Is it possible that she is convincing the Federal Reserve? She's convincing the Federal Reserve that inflation to help us get out of debt is a good thing. That's exactly what Jimmy Carter was convinced of. If that is the case, we are destined in short order being sometime between now and June, we are destined to start to see a sustainable hyperinflation like what happened in the Carter years. Now, let me explain a couple of other things that are critically important. And let me just first explain what that means, because it's important that you understand it so you can explain it to your leftist friends. Look, there is an ancient theory that has never worked, but nonetheless has been a part of a lot of our analytics, or the Federal Reserve and the government's position, that if we have inflation, all prices go up. That means GDP growth will go up, because our $19 trillion of GDP will quickly go to $21 trillion in a heartbeat because of prices being inflated. That is not organic growth, but it'll be framed as organic growth. If it is framed as growth, and then everybody is dumb enough, which they are not, to believe that it's real growth, then it actually will turn into real growth, because people, companies, organizations will start spending money in the economy. It didn't work in the 80s. It didn't work in the 90s, and it's not going to work now. But either they are really, really misguided and distorted in the views of thinking that if they do something over and over again, it's going to have a different result. Ben Bernanke did that for years, throwing the same ideas, the wealth effect. We're going to create a wealth effect and it's going to grow. In 2009, I did an interview with a radio network out of Phoenix, and I had this long discussion with moderates, more leaning liberal moderates, saying that, and when they asked me about it, that it was never, ever, ever going to work. I said it is impossible for it working because Ben Bernanke is not considering a behavioral impact that it is going to happen. And the behavioral impact, I said back then, was very simple. They're depending upon those with all the wealth to change their thinking, and that would be baby boomers. The problem is you've got a baby boomer generation that is far closer to retirement than they've ever been. And they are the same group of people that have watched 4 times, some 5 times, of recessions and downturns destroy their IRA. In all those other times, they had time to let it come back up again. They don't now. That was my argument. And they're never going to do it because they're not as dumb as everybody thinks they are. And that's exactly what happened. Hey, remember to click the subscribe button right here on the screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is added. And more importantly than anything, you don't want to miss all 3 live hours of Financial Issues every day from 9 to noon. And you can watch it on FISM.tv. That's FISM.tv.